say. The seas are streaming and reviewing mods and video games. It says the land in 7 seasons, centuries have passed, until the day a hero named Marin the famous task. Dark gaming, we love to play video games. We know free playing until the early morning. Dark gaming, we explain mods and games. Dark gaming, we sell my games and more. As Marin set off on his quest to new and get a crew, the navigator joined the ranks and so did Mr. Q. Sailing for adventure, stories and for treasure, we will help you through, so climb aboard and join the crew. Deep Dark Gaming, we love to play video games. We'll keep playing until the early morning. Deep Dark Gaming, we explain mods and games. Deep Dark Gaming, we sell the games and more.
Ahoy divers, and welcome back to Deep Dive Gaming. I, of course, am the Mariner, and we are playing Fallout 4 with Sim Settlements 2. And I would also like to report that we have our kitty toy set up on the table. So we are going to turn that on now and hopefully distract the cat. And you probably will hear chirping in the background. That is because the thing is chirping. Ahoy Mojo! Ahoy any and all watching me on the various platforms, Twitch and or YouTube. How has everyone's weekend been? I am not going to ask about Monday because by agreement, we all know that Monday is awful. Last week didn't count because it was New Year's Day. What are we doing now here? Blackwing White Knight, speak to Gladden in the penthouse. We are still waiting to hear from, I think we're waiting to hear from Magnuson. And I think it's a 24-hour deal. Am I coming through okay? The chat's awful quiet. Alright, well, since we don't have that yet, we'll go ahead and do this one. Bernard Kitty's looking at it like she's unsure. She's like, I know I should be interested in it, but it's weird. The things we aren't asking about today might be incriminating. Uh-oh. Yes, weekend went well. There he goes.
It's Magnuson. Apologies for my sudden absence. There were circumstances beyond my control. I understand you have possession of the holotape you were sent to retrieve. Good. Victory is within our grasp.
Huzzah.
Soon we'll have constructed the supercomputer and shall have control over Atomic Rain. But first, a brief field trip is in order.
Uh-oh.
I lost him. It'll have to wait.
Not what I was hoping to hear. Very well. Contact me as soon as you're available.
So I don't want to get shot in the back. Oh, he's legendary. Wow, that was a ricochet. Oops. Yay, she's playing with it finally. Hopefully she doesn't break the string. She's trying to tug on it.
Disappearing act, huh?
Sorry. Should have just run.
Hunter's Western Revolver. Ooh. Okay, so we are on. Since we finally heard back from what's his face. What was that quest? Come on. I saw it. Speak to Magnuson via HQ radio. Okay. So that is under aid and HQ radio. Calling up Magnuson. Come in, Magnuson.
It's Magnuson. Apologies for my sudden absence. There were circumstances beyond my control. I understand you have possession of the holotape you were sent to retrieve.
No,
Good.
that's exactly what we're
Victory
listening
is
to
within
right
our
now.
grasp. Soon we'll have constructed the supercomputer and shall have control over atomic rain. But first, a brief field trip is in order.
Is something wrong?
It's
Nope.
nothing to concern yourself with.
Field trip?
Yes, there's information you need to be made aware of. Your partner, Jake, is waiting for you at the Museum of Freedom in Concord. Hurry over and meet with him as soon as you're able. Once you've arrived, I shall explain further. Goodbye for now.
There we go. When It Rains has started. So he was just a fast travel away, or a 24-hour wait, one of the two. So that was weird. The pip is being broken. Oh well. Going back to Museum of Freedom. Well, at least it has her attention. She tried to play with it and was like, but, uh-oh. And then the game crashes. Sorry about that. One moment. This is why I want to rebuild my save, or my mod list. Get the... Ah! That's not good at all. Second crash. Technical difficulties, please stand by. Okay, that time the game started at least. Okay, once the load screen finishes, we'll bring you guys back in. Actually, I'll fast travel first, and then then if it crashes again, we know not to fast travel directly to the Museum of Freedom. Okay, she's playing with it, but it's... she tries to grab it and can't. Or it gets yanked out of her hand, out of her paws. All right. Map. Trying to fast travel to Museum of Freedom first. If that crashes it again, we'll try going to Red Rocket or someplace. Oh, it might work. I have a load screen. Oh, good. All right. Bring you guys back in. Come on, Neil. There we are. Oops, we don't want him. Concord Silver. Fellow, good you were. Alright, heading in. what's nice about it is it'll run for 15 minutes and then stop, and then and it'll pause for 15 minutes and then start up again, and it'll do that automatically, like for 3 cycles, which is, I think, kind of cool. So by the time the stream is over, it'll be off. It'll have turned itself off. I don't have to do it for me, and I'll get a break or some breaks, so it won't constantly be going off. It's weird that there's something right here that we can't get through.
Hey there.
Ah, there you are. Got some good news. With Magnuson's help, we deciphered the holotape we found in 111. We can now make more advanced ASAMs. In fact, I already built one. Saying that, and I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but between you and me, I'm getting a little tired of all this mystery and intrigue. Sure, he's helping us, but I wish Magnuson would just stop drip feeding us stuff. Just tell us everything we need to know already, so we can get on with things.
That is precisely why I asked you to come here.
Oh, Doctor, I didn't realize you were, wait, how are you?
Didn't mean to startle. To make our discussion a bit less cumbersome, I've commandeered what remains of the museum's PA system. And, considering what it is I have to say, I thought this museum an appropriate venue. Now, shall we begin?
Sure.
Please do.
The reason I asked you here is, well, there are certain topics I've avoided discussing or
Yeah, every once in a while you'll hear a
potentially
thumpity thump,
sidestepped
and that's her trying
whenever
to
you
grab
made
it.
mention of them. But before we go any further, these topics are things you need to know, and I believe that
I don't know, Mojo. It might be.
I can now
I
trust
think I have
this
that mod
knowledge.
fix built
So,
installed
to
though.
that
So
end, I shall reveal to you who it is that employs the Gunners.
dun dun
But before
dun.
that, I must explain to you
Don't.
about Project Selene and the Ingram tape technology the Gunners seek.
What can you tell me about this project?
Yes, Project Selene. Many saw the end of the world coming, and many made attempts to preserve something of what was. Be that resources, data, people. My attempt was Project Selene.
That's probably why this
self-sustained
part,
habitat for
whatever
humanity,
this is probably
built
here
upon the
so that we
surface
have the dialogue
of
camera
the
has a
moon.
focus.
A lunar colony! I knew I could do it. I just needed funding so I could develop the technology to pull it off. That's where Robco came in. With their financial support, I successfully developed the tech that would guide the construction of the lunar colony's complex infrastructure.
You're talking about ASAMs, aren't you? So that's what you made them for.
Yes, ASAMs. It's with Robco's backing that I was able to create them. Real ASAMs, mind you, not these phony baloney knockoffs you've been using.
Where's the thing? There it is.
What did you say?
Yes, that's right. The moon. Before you were born, Americans had already set foot on its dusty soil. And even back then, they knew it offered more than just a celestial nightlight or an out-of-the-way place to store an old flag. Took 83 years, but eventually, the U.S. was ready to stake a claim, to start colonizing the moon. Unfortunately, so were the Chinese. Commie forces had invaded the lunar surface, but the good old US of A already had a team waiting for them. My team. We call it the Battle in the Sea of Tranquility. Hell of a fight. We won, of course, but it came at a price. The Space Administration had a change of heart. They deemed colonization impractical, too costly. They scrapped the project, covered everything up. That's when I decided to leave the space program, retire from the Air Force. I wasn't ready to give up. So I started Project Selene.
Oh no, she managed to pull the thing off the hook. Or rather, she managed to pull the thing off completely, hook and all. I don't have it anchor down. I just have it dangling from a hook off the one of the cross beams on the table. But I'm also wondering why the thing is not turning itself off. Oh well, maybe it's just not reached quite yet the 15 minutes. Let's see, where's the thing?
What happened after that?
At this point, Armageddon was still at least 2 decades away. Of course, I didn't know that at the time, but many of us suspected we didn't
Still,
have
I'd rather
long.
that than the
I
anchor,
moved
because
into
the hook I
private
can just
sector, took whatever
rehang it.
research jobs
But
seemed
the anchor,
interesting.
she knocks it off, I have to
Cryogenics,
unscrew things and screw it
plasma-based
back into
propulsion,
place.
Ingramic digitization, whatever I thought might be useful for Project Selene. Eventually, once I'd compiled enough research, I brought my project proposal to Robco.
Oops, there we go.
What was it like working with Robco?
Irritating, but productive. Thankfully, Robco's CEO was an old friend of mine, who just so happened to owe me a few favors. So, whenever things became too vexing, the drop of a name, a short phone call, and most things would iron themselves out. Or, so I thought. Evidently, even a CEO has a limit to how many strings they can pull. And eventually, marketing will always demand its pound of flesh. You see, Robco's board of directors weren't very happy with my altruistic effort to save a sliver of humanity. No, they wanted something they could sell. They wanted a product.
It sounds like you were really making a difference.
If events had transpired differently, perhaps I could have made a difference. However, before I could even construct a rocket to launch the first payload of ASAMs to the lunar surface, Robco double-crossed me. They cut my funding, took the ASAMs, and kicked me to the curb. Cut adrift, and with time against me, I sought salvation from a devil. In order to salvage Project Selene, I made a deal with Vault-Tec. They got my project back on track and facilitated the production of the Ingram tapes.
Let's see.
Can you tell me more about this technology?
The Ingram tapes were my answer to managing something as sophisticated as my Project Selene. Initially, I tried using computers for the task, but they lacked the ability to solve problems creatively. After that, I tried robots, but operating individually, they simply weren't clever enough. And when networked, their personalities became unstable. So in the end, I settled on using an AI. It presented the best option, and lacked the drawbacks of the previous methods.
Hold on, AI? As in an artificial intelligence? You sure don't half-ass things, do you?
I needed the best, which is why I constructed the AI using a copy of my own mind. It took some time, but everything I am was copied and downloaded to 5 tapes. These were the Ingram tapes.
How'd you do that?
Thankfully, the technology to copy one's mind was already available. Not that it was easy to come by, but it helps to know the right people.
Ooh,
Still, the
Curtain
process was
Biscuit B,
experimental and
thank you
wasn't
for the
always
follow. Welcome to the
gentle
stream.
to the user. A number of people had passed away undergoing the procedure. Well, I wasn't feeling quite ready to have my brain fried, so I did what I could to improve the hardware. And I'm pleased to say I did a rather good job. And so, my brain was copied. Most people's Ingrams fit into a single tape. Those performing the procedure thought mine might fit into 2. I said at least 4. But in the end, it was 5. It seems at times even I underestimate the utter brilliance of my mind.
Groan.
Someone's a little full of himself.
I'm going to overlook that comment, but only because I need you to understand how important these tapes are. Why they'd be so valuable to someone like the gunner's employer. You see, collectively, the Ingram tapes hold the total sum of my experiences, knowledge, and personality. They're a virtual treasure trove of information. And as if that were not enough, the tapes are also the key to the operation of Project Selene.
All right, time for the skinny. Who employed the gunners?
Who were the gunners working for?
Would it surprise you to learn that you've already met them? They're the ones who came to my rescue when Robco stabbed me in the back. They offered you and your family the chance to survive nuclear annihilation. Yes, that's right. The gunners, they work for Vault-Tec.
No. No, that's not possible.
Of course it's possible. Or had you naively thought Vault-Tec gone, believed they had simply laid back and allowed themselves to be destroyed when the bombs fell?
But Vault-Tec? How is that even... I mean, where have they been all this time? I never seen them around anywhere. How could they have survived?
You want to know where Vault-Tec is? Look to the memorial in front of you. Or better yet, just look up at the night sky. Vault-Tec provided me everything I needed to bring Project Selene to fruition. Also that they could snatch it away for themselves. And so, for 2 whole centuries, Vault-Tec have been hiding themselves away, safe and sound, in my lunar colony.
And that's where they lost me a little bit. No offense to Kingath and Sir Rick, but yeah.
You sure about that?
Vault-Tec approached me claiming they wanted their own version of ASAM technology and promised to fund Project Selene in exchange. This was all under the table, mind you. Officially speaking, Vault-Tec knew nothing of my project. But Madison, the one who arranged it all, she knew. She knew everything I was doing. I trusted her, and she used that trust to hijack my project. But they didn't hijack everything. My time with Robco taught me valuable lessons. This time, I ensured certain avenues remained open to me. Even without the comm hub, I was able to at least somewhat monitor Luna Colony. Was able to see what those bastards were up to.
Why are you only just telling me about this now?
Because I didn't know if I could trust you. Or how you'd react when you learned the truth. And, to be quite blunt, until now you didn't really need to know. There are times that certain knowledge only serves to muddy the waters.
Vault-Tec is gone.
From the surface of the Earth, maybe. But don't delude yourself. They're still very much out there.
Okay, I can accept that the gunners are working for Vault-Tec. But back in 111, you said the gunners were hired to locate, secure, and then deliver engram tapes to their employer. Now, I know you said they're important, but there's gotta be more to it. If Vault-Tec already has a whole lunar colony, why are they making the gunners tear apart the Commonwealth? In order to find a bunch of tapes?
Because Luna Colony needs the Ingram tapes in order to function. Without the tapes to regulate and sustain its systems, the colony is on the brink of catastrophic system failure. I'll admit, I'm at a loss as to how Vault-Tec has kept things running for as long as they have, but their time is up. Luna Colony has begun its collapse. And without the means to return to Earth, if Luna Colony perishes, so will Vault-Tec. That is why they are so eager to acquire those tapes.
How do you know what their goals are?
I've been able to tap into communications from both Vault-Tec and the Gunners
Yeah,
for quite
me
some
too,
time
Mojo.
now. And whilst I don't overhear everything, I've heard enough
I mean,
to
it's
piece
one
the
good,
situation together.
one fan theory I think I've heard before, but there's very little to back it up.
Why can't they just leave?
They can't leave, because I didn't design Luna Colony with the means to do so. It was intended to be a one-way trip. And evidently, Vault Tech didn't bring anyone with them who possesses enough brain cells to construct their own means of escape. Bet they regret leaving me behind now.
That's a lot to process.
I know you and Vault-Tec have history, Doc, but are they really our enemy? I mean, it's been the Gunners who've...
The Gunners are following orders from Vault-Tec. Ultimately, Vault-Tec are responsible for this war, and make no mistake, they are your enemy. Listen, the reason I've told you all this is not to scare you, but so you can fully comprehend what you're up against. You've become a potent hindrance to the Gunners and their employer. The Gunners have already located 4 of the Ingram tapes, and if you thought this war you found yourself in was bad now, if Vault-Tec get their hands on all 5 tapes, they'll have all they need to ensure you never hinder them again. That is why it's imperative we use atomic rain as soon as we can. Wipe the Gunners out before they have a chance to fulfill their contract. It's the only way to guarantee the safety of yourself and the Commonwealth.
Okay, where's the thing? I have X'd out.
I don't know if this is a good idea. Seems unnecessary to go to these lengths.
Unless you've an ace up your sleeve I'm unaware of, your options here are limited. The moment for us to strike is now. For the sake of everyone, we must bring this crisis to an end.
Don't worry, Doc. We hear you. When it comes to ending this war, we're all on the same page.
We've spoken long enough. It's time for you to move out.
Come on, where is it?
What do I need to do?
Proceed to the USAF station where you found the comm hub. And then I'll direct you in the assembly of the supercomputer. Magnuson out.
Guess that's the history lesson over with. Still, Vault-Tec. Did not see that coming. But does kind of make sense, if it's true.
I still like my version. Maybe parts of my version.
He's probably telling the truth, but you never can tell.
Anyway, looks like Magnuson wants us to go to Olivia. Come on, let's go get this computer built. Lead on and I'll follow.
I think I would still feel better if Magnuson were the big bad. Yes, maybe he lives on the moon, or at least the AI lives on the moon, and he needs the Ingram tapes in order to keep running. But I don't like the fact that they're bringing Vault-Tec in as the big bad. I preferred the mystery of Vault-Tec. Let's see, Olivia, should we fast travel? I'm going to leave this area before I fast travel. You could still be lying about colonists and Vault-Tec to throw everyone off. Yeah, and I won't do spoilers. In case someone was watching who has not seen the end of Chapter 3 yet. But I do know one thing. Bringing in Vault-Tec is slightly, and don't get me wrong, they did it well. You'll see how well they did it as we get through the rest of Chapter 3, but in the end, I don't agree with the decision they made to make it Vault-Tec. Uh-oh. Oh, good. We're good. I thought I had a crash for a second. Pep, man the kitty down.
Looks like another raider group's moved in since we were last here.
Oops.
Well, let's clean house.
I just did. I can do a quick save though. Where's the button? There's the button.
Come on, let's head into Olivia.
Oh, come on. Like the quality of writing,
Don't need to take him out.
like if I can ever get around to doing a review of Fallout of Sim Settlements 2 in total, I will compliment the writing despite the fact that I disagree with the choice that was made. And the execution was good. Whoops.
Excellent.
Thought I would have picked that up already, but oh well.
Gotta hope the next one dies clean.
Hi. Uh-oh, I heard a doggy. There's the doggy.
And that's how it's done.
Sorry, doggy. That'll probably be, I don't know, a summer project when things at work finally calm down.
What the?
Yes, I know, Mariner Kitty, your toy is off.
Time's up.
Hop.
Over south.
Oops.
Glad that's over.
Hi. Bye. I have a feeling that's one of those repeat spawns because the cell being hijacked. Yeah. Nah. Oh, there it goes. There it goes, Mariner Kitty. Go get it. She's nonplussed. Oh, wait. There she goes. Okay.
Magnuson here. You should be at Olivia by now. I trust all is well.
Yeah, everything's fine, Doc. We're good to go. So this is where we're building the computer, right? Did you hijack Atomic Rain?
Yes, that's right. We'll be utilizing Olivia's satellite dish. Before the war, I dispatched the comm hub here for similar reasons. Regrettably, the bombs fell before the hub could be connected. But let us not fixate on past failures. Instead, we should focus on assembling the supercomputer. That is, if your chief is ready.
Where's the thing? Okay, so is there dialogue, something? Oh, there we go.
Let's get this thing built.
Indeed. Let's get started.
So
Mr.
far,
Evans, you brought the enhanced ASAM. I
the other
requested
Mariner
you
Kitty's been
fabricate, correct?
Oh,
tacitly
yeah, got
ignoring
right
it.
Good. Now,
But
this
she's
may
also
be
been
a tad
sleeping,
more
so-
complicated than you're accustomed to. Nonetheless, I'll guide you as best as I can. First, take the improved ASAM and position it on a nearby surface. The sensor should then scan the vicinity for equipment and materials we can utilize.
This sure brings back memories. Here, catch. Seems only right you should be the one to do the honors.
Mark II prototype ASAM sensor.
I'd appreciate if you didn't toss around the delicate equipment.
Oh, go ahead. Put the ASM down on that desk there. Seems the best place for it.
Place ASAM. Personally, I feel like it would have been better beside the desk, but that's beside the matter. Ha ha ha!
Now, pay
Or
close
beside the
attention.
point.
Adhere to my instructions, and we'll have this supercomputer built in no time at all.
I know. Wah, wah, wah.
Hold on. Can't quite get this recorded.
See, that's better.
There. One satellite controlling supercomputer made to order. I think we're done. Whew. That was definitely more complicated than using a regular XAM. But still, surprisingly simple. Madison sure
Turn the
came
toy
up with
off
something
because it
special
doesn't
when
look
you
like
invented
anyone's
XAMs.
interested right now.
Really do allow you to build some miraculous things.
There we go. It's cool too that when it's off, it drops the toy to the floor to make it easy for the cat to play regardless.
Glad he's on our side.
Speaking of, we were meant to contact the doctor when we were done working on the computer. He said there's still one thing left to do. But before that, I was wondering if we could take a moment to talk.
All right, let's hear it.
Well, it kind of feels we're coming to the end of things, don't you think? Once we turn this computer on, one way or another,
Ooh,
soon
mistaken
be over.
interca
I suppose
Mistaken
I was just
inter-
thinking, knowing what you know now,
interchase,
chance to go
interchaz,
back
mistaken
when we first
interchaz.
met.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the
do it all
stream.
again?
Say hello in the
You know,
chat so that we
ASAM,
can
Selman's taking on the Gunners, forming our own
see
group,
if you're not
to
the bot.
another Aiden. Knowing how hard it's been,
There's no polite way to ask that question.
would you still choose to do it all?
It's impossible to plan your life. Hell, I didn't expect to wake up 200 years into the future.
I see your point. Although I was thinking in more hypothetical terms. But you know what? Asking myself the same question, I think I would do it all again. And not just because of Laura, but because I've realized the hard times, they're what reveals the kind of person you really are. And if it turns out you don't like what you're seeing in the mirror, well, now you've got a chance to change that.
The ability to change and adapt is a fundamental part of being human.
Yeah, I think so too. I came to the Commonwealth to find my kid, but I ended up finding a heck of a lot more. I found good people, a group that I care about, a cause worth fighting for. And I found myself. All because of the hard times. And also, I found my best friend too. So, yeah. Yeah, I think I would do it all again.
Oh,
Sorry, I kind of went off on a tangent there, didn't I?
oh yes, you
Well,
certainly
I meant
did.
every word of it. Anyway, let's get back to the matter at hand, shall we?
One second. Let's see.
Thanks for sharing that with me.
All right. Time to let Magnuson know what we're up to. That radio on the desk there should be linked to the doc's comm frequency. Use it to let them know we're ready to continue.
Paging Dr. Magnuson. Paging Dr. Magnuson. Come in, Dr. Magnuson.
You finished assembling the supercomputer, yes? But a few more steps, and atomic rain will be under our command, and the Gunners will bother you no more.
No more.
Can you explain how this thing is actually gonna work?
The supercomputer will simulate the old ECAM mainframe, thus enabling us to interface with the Atomic Rain satellite network. Then it's a simple matter of feeding in the appropriate access codes, allowing the computer to bypass the satellite security systems. Then we issue the command to fire a nuke at the appropriate coordinates, and bye-bye Gunners.
Bye bye love. Bye bye happiness. Bye bye Gunner War.
What happens to Voltec after this?
Well, once the gunners have been removed, if all goes to plan, without possession of all the Ingram tapes, Luna Colony's systems will continue to deteriorate until they can no longer sustain human life. At that point, whatever constitutes Vault-Tec these days will perish, and the threat they pose will die with them.
Everything is in place. It's ready to go when we are.
Excellent. There's only one thing left to do. The supercomputer must be linked to the comm hub, or array, as you now call it.
That might be a problem, Doc. You see, the comm array ain't exactly as portable as it used to be. I'm not sure we could get it here.
I know that. Did you think the use of an ASAM sensor in building the supercomputer was solely for ease of construction? Physical relocation of the array will not be necessary. The supercomputer's integrated ASAM will enable remote connection.
Oh, of course. Right. Why didn't I think of that?
Once the array is linked, I'll be able to broadcast Atomic Rain's access codes from my lab to the comm array. The codes will then be decrypted by the supercomputer before being relayed via Olivia's transmitter to the Atomic Rain satellites themselves. And then we'll finally have access to Atomic Rain's nuclear arsenal.
Whoa, what's going on there?
Can you tell me more about this technology?
The Atomic Rain program was a
And if you're watching on
project
YouTube,
funded
welcome to
before
Deep Dive Gaming.
when I still held the misconception that a nuclear holocaust could be averted. I'd wager the only satellites still functioning are the ones I built and sent to orbit myself. The project was an unmitigated disaster.
Please consider smashing the like and the subscribe buttons. And ring the bell, ding, 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 so that you can know when I'm streaming again or when I have a video up and ready to go. That's the worst ding ding I've ever done.
I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Very well. I shall initiate the link-up procedure. First, I'll establish a direct radio connection between my lab's mainframe and the comm array. There we are. Next, linking the array to the supercomputer. And it is done. Verifying connection stability and... Hello. What is this?
Uh-oh.
I know that sound.
That noise. We shouldn't be hearing that. It's the ASAM boot up frequency. It's a dummy broadcast used only during initialization. It calculates the position of all ASAMs and any connected radio signals. Oh no. The comm array! Have you made any modifications to it recently? Answer me!
No. I mean, when we found the hub, we made some repairs, swapped out a few components, then we rebuilt it into the comm array. Maybe installed an upgrade or two, but nothing recent, nothing we don't already know about.
Software! Have you installed any new software?
No, nothing. The only thing recently was a holotape recording from the gunners, but I checked it. It was clean. It was just a recording.
A recording alone wouldn't trigger this kind of behavior. Unless the parts used to repair the comm hub. Where did they come from?
The Commonwealth Regional Headquarters for Vault-Tec. They had this basement there, and it was full of...
Vault-Tec! Of course! You used parts from their comm hub facsimile, didn't you? That explains how they did it.
Did what?
What? What are you talking about?
The comm array. It's been bugged by the gunners. They've likely been monitoring our conversations ever since you inserted that holotape.
How'd they do that?
I suspect the Vault-Tec hub parts you salvaged for repairs introduced a security flaw to the comm array. And that holotape from the gunners contained the activation command to exploit that flaw.
But I checked the holotape. There was only a recording on it. No programs or activation commands, nothing.
The command would have likely been a basic series of melodic tones or high-pitched pulses. Vault-Tec always did prefer low-tech solutions.
But how?
In layman's terms, when Vault-Tec built their version of a comm hub, they were unable to replicate the ELF data transmission ASAM Tech utilizes. As such, they had difficulty connecting their hub to sensors. They did, however, discover a somewhat creative workaround. By broadcasting the initialization sequence on a constant loop, they were able to piggyback the connection protocols. An inventive solution, but one with serious security flaws. As long as that broadcast is active, anyone with an ASAM can tap into it. Once someone has tapped in, the location and data of all connected ASAMs and radio signals would be revealed to them.
Why would they do that?
I would think that's obvious. Besides wanting a strategic advantage over someone they're at war with, they may have known you and I were in contact. What better way to eavesdrop on us than bugging the comm array?
Are you in danger?
That is a distinct possibility. I just connected my laboratory's mainframe to the bugged comm array. If the gunners are even half awake, they'll have traced my radio signal by now, pinpointing my exact location. I may be in considerable danger.
Okay,
Whoop.
that's not good.
Carrying Bowman
Maybe
W.
the
Thank you
gunners
for the
weren't paying
follow.
You could still
Please
intercept
say hello in the
communications,
chat.
right? Find out what they know?
Yes, I'm already working on it. Stand by. I'm patching us in.
Alpha Golf, ready con. Notify Captain Lamont. Magnuson's position has been... Final engram tape location confirmed. Case Quincy. Repeat, Quincy. Troops ready to...
Blast it all! The gunners, Vault-Tec, they've discovered my whereabouts. They know I'm in Quincy, and they know I possess the last Ingram tape. I don't know how they found out, but they know I have it, and they're coming to take it. You must help me.
Why didn't you tell us before?
Perhaps I should have told you, but it wouldn't have made a difference. Besides maybe hastening the gunners' arrival. Understand, it wasn't a lack of trust in you, but instead the crucial need to keep the Ingram tape's location hidden.
Okay.
Of course I'll help you.
Dr. Magnuson, transmit the atomic rain launch codes, and we could hit the gunners before...
Don't you understand? It's too late for that. I'd bet 8 of my 12 PhDs they're listening to this very conversation. I can't risk transmission. Even if we use atomic rain to destroy the gunners, by transmitting the access codes, we'd just be handing them over to Vault-Tec. And with those codes, they're more than capable of commandeering atomic rain for themselves. And they'd use those satellites to destroy us out of pure spite.
Then, what do we do? How do we stop them?
I say we attack.
Ahoy Gazoo!
That's what we're
Welcome
already
back
trying
to
to
the
do.
stream.
Listen, we can't use atomic rain, but you also cannot allow the gunners to get their hands on the last Ingram tape. If they deliver it to their employer, the entire sum of my knowledge would be at their disposal, and that includes the atomic rain launch codes. For the sake of me, yourself, the Commonwealth, and dare I say the entirety of mankind, you must stop them.
No pressure, huh?
Okay. You talked me into it.
I have a plan, but our line of communication is no longer secure. Return to your headquarters, and I will find a way to instruct you further. Magnuson, out.
Come on. Let's head back to HQ.
Cool. We're further along than I thought. I don't know if we'll be able to finish the chapter 3 tonight, but it's a distinct possibility. And I'll take this time to mention we are doing a Starfield for Science stream series starting Wednesday. Where I put So if you're on my Discord and you saw me put a comparison between Jake and the character we've made in Starfield for that, that would be why. We were trying to, with Mojo's help, I was able to do character creation to create a replica of Jake from Sim Settlements 2. Yeah, I think we're down to like 1, maybe 2 quests. Because there's a quest, the Battle for Quincy, coming up. If we do, when we do finish the chapter 3 of Sim Settlements 2, I'm going to start a Sim Settlements 2 for Science stream series where we do building stuff and experiments live. Why are you... Wow, you are ripped, man. Come back here. Hello? Oi. You got a light?
Hey there.
Oh, hey, Chief. All the department heads are in a meeting. Seemed important. They're probably waiting for you.
Gee, thanks. So glad you got to light your cigarette before you had to tell me. Whoa. Well, hello, Strong. I want to see. Oh, okay. I guess we can push you. Whop! Ah, hello, Laura.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
No, read. Warning, the end draws near. Ensure you have finished any quests, gathered any gear, weapons, aid, ammo, power armor, companions, or anything else that you think you might need for the coming conflict before you proceed. There will be no turning back. I'm not ready. I think I should rescue Virgil, do Far Harbor Nuka World before starting Chapter 3. I would do Virgil, sure. Far Harbor is arbitrary. Nuka World is also arbitrary. Velton Jinkies. Hello. I see the bots are out in force, even on YouTube.
It's starting to feel like a proper home.
Okay, so I'm going to do a quick save. Or not a quick save, but a full game. Are you not a bot, Velton? Because that statement you made makes you sound like one. Save game. What do I want to call this? New rig, the end is nigh. Apologies if you're not a bot, but we've been getting hit with a whole bunch tonight over on Twitch. Let's go ahead and proceed with the meeting.
For every equation is
Oops, here we go. Under one banner has completed.
Good. You've arrived.
We know what's going on. Magnuson made contact. Well, kinda made contact. The good thing, too. We're already seeing gunners moving on Quincy.
So, what's our situation?
It goes without saying that we're on high alert. All staff members have been mobilized and we've bolstered our security measures.
How'd they get the drop on us?
The gunners exploited a security flaw, granting them access to the comm array. This allowed them to listen in to communications, track ASAM usage, and to a limited degree, I suspect, keep track of you. This could potentially explain the gunner ambushes you've experienced.
Contact. How?
Dr. Magnuson transmitted some kind of signal which caused the comm array to explode. A rather crude message, but it certainly grabbed our attention.
Oh no, not again.
All right, I may have exaggerated for effect, but the transmission did blow out several of the array's components.
It forced us offline. But after some emergency repairs and workarounds, we got most things running again. And then this message started playing.
I must apologize for broadcasting this data burst. It's at the very limit of what the comm array's hardware can process. As such, receiving this message will damage the array. But it is vital that you obtain the data I am sending. It may take some time for our communications to be re-established, but until then, you must begin an offensive on the settlement of Quincy right away. I am housed in a lab beneath the surface of this town, and now that the gunners know I'm here, it won't take long for them to reach me. You must not let this happen. You cannot allow them to take the Ingram tape. Now, listen. I formulated a plan for your offensive. First, you'll need to...
This next part, we had a little trouble decrypting. Probably because of the damage to the array. Some of the message is missing.
What do we need to do to fix this?
We have all the required materials to mend the array. It'll just take some time.
So you know about Vault-Tec.
Yeah, we know. Every time Magnuson contacted you, we heard it through the array, so we know everything.
And it was fortunate we did. It let us begin prepping the moment we noticed things were going down the shitter.
Okay, let's hear it.
This data must be downloaded to the holotape you recovered from Vault 111 before you attack Quincy. The plan will not work without it. I regret not always being forthright with you. But I am now prepared to confide in you fully, to reveal all. Defeat the gunners, secure the Ingram tape, and I'll reward you with everything I have the capability to offer. And if for reasons beyond my control, we do not speak again, know that outside of a few minor annoyances, it has been a pleasure. Magnuson out.
Is that all?
That's it. That's everything we were able to retrieve. We tried contacting the doctor, but the array, it's still badly damaged.
What's this data the doc was talking about?
Oh, yes. The message included some kind of computer code. We downloaded it to the holotape as instructed.
Despite the gap in the message, the code we received seems whole and perfectly viable.
But we have no idea what it is or what it's for.
The holotape. What's on it?
The holotape you recovered contains data on Dr. Magnuson's inventions, including the instructions for building the enhanced ASAM.
Nevertheless, a significant amount of information on the tape remains encrypted. And what Dr. Magnuson had us download to it is anyone's guess.
Have we got a plan B?
Well, yes, I suppose we do. Regrettably, due to the corrupted message, there's no way to know Dr. Magnuson's plans for assaulting Quincy.
So instead, we've put together a plan of our own. Only, with such short notice, we're probably gonna need some outside help to pull it off.
We'll be calling on every friend we've made out there, but think we have enough support to do this.
Alright, there you go, Mojo.
Sure, I'm all ears.
As I understand it, this Engram tape is the gunner's endgame. Once they have it, they win, and we lose.
So obviously we need to secure Quincy and find Magnuson's lab as fast as possible.
The reports indicate gunners have already overrun the town, and we can expect a lot more on the way.
What's your plan exactly?
The strategy we've devised, first, aims to reduce the number of gunners currently occupying Quincy, and then, to mitigate the eventual retaliation. To start, we
Enemies are
deploy
turning
a
into
strike
bullet
team to
sponges, but
attack
I'm
Quincy
using
from the
Eco to
north.
give 5
We
little
make it
effects.
seem like this is our main offensive,
Nice.
but in reality, it's merely a diversion. With the strike team preoccupying the gunners, a second team will cut a path from the HQ to Quincy's main entrance.
That'll be the defense team. They'll stop any gunners from reaching the HQ and secure the route to Quincy, ensuring a steady flow of our troops can enter. After that, our focus shifts to eliminating any gunners remaining in Quincy and finding Magnuson's lab before any more show up.
What about that second part of this plan? You said something about mitigation.
Mitigating the gunners' ability to fight back is partially what the defense team will be doing. But there are more avenues we can pursue.
Like what?
Well, this is where that outside help I mentioned comes into play. We ain't got the capacity to do everything ourselves. Well, we do, but we'd make a real sloppy job of things if we tried. But if we had enough people backing us up...
Then we'd be able to delegate additional roles to support the assault, such as making use of dedicated technicians to disable or even sabotage some of the gunners' technology. Not to mention the possibility of artillery. Range attacks on incoming gunners would thin their numbers, reducing reinforcements.
We also discussed the use of infiltration. Never underestimate the advantage unlocked doors and hacked terminals can provide.
Air support was also considered. In situations like this, having someone friendly in the sky would certainly help.
And last, but definitely not least, having reliable mission support would greatly improve our odds. After all, effective coordination is the key to success.
But like I said, we ain't got the capacity to do a good job of all those things ourselves. We need help.
So, the Great Gazoo asks, at what point do you recommend completing main story again? So, before... trying to find an exact point. I know before you start chapter 3. So, like, make sure you've got your factions, your main storyline factions picked out. Like, if you're going to run with the gunner, the Brotherhood or the Railroad or the Institute, make sure those are back. Do that all before you start. So, like, post gunner attack on HQ. You want to, before you do anything else Sim Summons 2 related, you want to have your final, you want to have the main story of Fallout 4 complete. Because otherwise it might not make as much sense. And then if you want to continue with some of their goals, some of their after quests, that will help make sure that you can get them to sign on at HQ for allies for this particular quest we're on right now.
Makes sense.
Thankfully, since the Gunners first invaded, we've kept in close contact with our allies. And they've already agreed to help us however they can.
Thanks to your efforts, we have enough allies for every role. So you'll have to decide which group is best suited to each task.
From the strike team to mission support, each task requires singular focus. So ideally, that means one group assigned to each role. Otherwise, performance is gonna suffer. Not to mention, some of our allies may lack the manpower to handle more than one thing. So just try to avoid any double dipping, okay?
Let's get started then. We made contact with our allies before you arrived. They'll be sending representatives. I imagine they'll be arriving here soon.
Until then, the HQ's on temporary lockdown.
After the meeting, take some time to prep yourself. Maybe gather any gear you'll need for the assault. You might even be able to sneak in a nap if you need it. Once you're ready, just take your seat at the table. And as soon as our allies get here, I'll send them up to the meeting room.
All right, everyone. We can do this. I got faith in each and every one of you. Even Aiden. Let's do this. For the Commonwealth.
Total.
And for everyone else as well.
And ahoy all watching on either YouTube or Twitch. Welcome to Deep Dive Gaming. I am the Mariner, and we are playing Fallout 4 with Sim Settlements 2 mod. And I'm going to do a quick save right here, just in case I messed this up. But I'm going to have a seat, and we'll assign roles. blah. That sounded like sickle.
Hey, Chief, it's time. Everyone who's gonna show has arrived.
Quite the collection. Might just pull this off.
Everyone here has agreed to assist with the battle, although some with a caveat or two.
The Nightingales are here to help, but will decline any role that requires excessive bloodshed. We are, after all, physicians, not soldiers.
Well, with all that out of the way, let's get to it, shall we?
Everyone who's gonna show is here. We're ready to do this.
Okay, so how do we do this? Do.
I have full confidence in the abilities of everyone here.
I'm sure everyone already knows that. After all, you're the reason they're here.
There's no need for further discussion. Everyone here knows the plan, and what's at stake. It's time to decide each group's role in the assault. Remember, not every group is well suited to each task, and some groups lack the size to accept more than one role. So choose wisely. Alright, first up, who here should lead our strike team?
I'll assign them. Who should assign roles for the plan? I'll assign them. Okay, strike team. I want to say HQ. I kind of want to say Sickle because of the super mutants. So let's do that.
Interesting.
Sickle likes. Yes.
That's your pick, huh? Are you sure that's who you want for the strike team?
What do you think?
I think we're well suited to handle it.
Okay. Can't seem to resub with Prime. Don't see any option there. Huh. I don't know, Gazoo. Is it saying that it's time to resubscribe? Because if it hasn't been a full 30 days yet, it might not let you.
Yeah.
I've had that in the past.
Very well. Now, who should take charge of defense?
Defense should be HQ.
All right.
Not a bad decision if I do say so myself.
It might not hit until towards the end of the
That's
stream.
your pick to defend our troops in the HQ.
What do you think?
I think we're well suited to handle it.
I've made my choice.
Of course. It's your call. What about the gunner's tech? Who should deal with that?
Uh-oh.
All right. That's your pick, huh? There's no one you want to assign? All right. Next.
No!
Who should be on artillery?
Why is it broken? No! Balls. Oh, shoot. Okay. Darn it. Alright. Range team. Oh, darn fudge. Logan. Dink, Ferrick.
Okay.
We'll have to do this all
Yes.
again. Fortunately, I had a quick save. Ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Okay, let's try this again. It was really weird. It didn't do that the first 2 times. And then it's like, assign roll? Sure. Okay, here's your choice. First 2 times it was just like, make your selection from the list below.
What smell?
Hey, Chief, it's time. Everyone who's gonna show has arrived.
Quite the collection. Might just pull this off.
Everyone here has agreed to assist with the battle, although some with a caveat or two.
The Nightingales are here to help, but will decline any role that requires excessive bloodshed. We are, after all, physicians, not soldiers.
Well, with all that out of the way, let's get to it, shall we?
Everyone who's gonna
Yes.
show is here. We're ready to do this.
I have full confidence in the abilities of everyone here.
I'm sure everyone already knows that. After all, you're the reason they're here.
There's no need for further discussion. Everyone here knows the plan, and what's at stake. It's time to decide each group's role in the assault. Remember, not every group is well suited to each task, and some groups lack the size to accept more than one role. So choose wisely. Alright, first up, who here should lead our strike team?
I will assign Sickle.
Ha! Smart human. Sickle agrees.
That's your pick, huh? Are you sure that's who you want for the strike team?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Very well. Now, who should take charge of defense?
Defense team is going to be... We did HQ, right?
Interesting.
I reckon that's got some real potential.
Ourselves. Are you certain that's your pick to defend our troops in the HQ?
I've made my choice.
Of course. It's your call. What about the gunner's tech? Who should deal with that?
See, this is the weird part right here. So, assign role. We're going to do Brotherhood.
Be proud.
The Brotherhood. Are you positive that's who you want to handle this?
What do you think?
I'd say they're well suited to the task.
See?
Yeah, they've got this.
As you would have it. Next, who should be on artillery?
Oh, we know who we should be on this one. Preston, show your stuff.
Alright.
Keep it up, and pretty soon we'll have the whole Commonwealth behind us.
We already
The
have the whole
Minutemen.
Commonwealth behind us.
You are sure that's who you want on the guns?
Yes.
I think so.
Understood. Now we come to infiltration. Is there anyone you think would be well suited to the task?
Well, Wise has already proven himself.
Alright.
Smart decision. We'll be masters of the Commonwealth in no time.
That's your pick, huh? You think they're up to the challenge?
Yep.
I'm sure they'll be fine.
Okay, we can go with them. Have you given any thought to who can provide air support?
Okay, so this one might be also Minutemen or Brotherhood. There's another settlement that needs your help. Oh my god. Very well played. I like that, Mojo. Well done.
You'll be remembered for this moment, Sentinel.
The Brotherhood. They've already been given responsibilities, but they do have enough people to take on more. It's up to you. Just know this would decrease their efficiency. Do you stand firm in your choice?
They're the only ones that have air support.
Yes.
Right. I'll trust your judgment. The last thing to consider is who should take care of mission support.
That one is going to be the Nightingales.
Interesting.
It's a principle I'll stand behind.
The Nightingales. Is this something they can handle?
I guess we'll see.
Indeed we will.
With everyone aware of their duties, before leaving, I'll ensure they have all that's needed to perform their roles as effectively as possible.
Say, now that we got a strike team picked, we're gonna need to get things prepped for him. I think we'll need your help on this one, Chief. Me, Aiden, and Sal will wait outside. Come find us as soon as you're ready.
In the meantime, the rest of us will continue repairing the comm array, recovering more of Magnuson's message, and attempting to re-establish contact with the doctor.
All right then. We all know what we're doing. Good luck, everyone.
I suppose we could have used the railroad for the tech, or CPD for the tech, or CPD for the strike team. We'll see how all this works out. CPD's gonna feel left out though, because we didn't assign them any roles. Railroad's the same problem. I mean, we could have given them the infiltration job, but Wise has proven himself. Alright, so what are we doing? We've got... Need Salvador, Teresa, and Aiden outside GNN HQ. Ah! Lag saves, have leg. There we go. Alright. Bam, 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 bam. Hey, they're finally not on the stairs. We may have to end before we can actually do the assault because it takes a while.
So, what's our situation?
I think it's safe to assume each team is busy making preparations for the attack. Well, apart from the infiltration team. They left for Quincy a few minutes ago.
Speaking of preparation, we still need to secure locations for the strike team's diversion.
I've been thinking about that. There's an old military checkpoint just down the road from Quincy. Last I heard, it was under gunner control. If we took it, not only would it draw the gunner's attention, but it offers an ideal launching point for the strike team.
What do you say, Chief? Ready to lead some troops to secure the checkpoint?
Sure.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
The military checkpoint's a solid option, but we still require a secondary location to observe the gunner's response to the strike team's efforts.
What about Hyde Park? If you don't mind getting your boots a little wet, it'll give us a good vantage point, and it's got some decent cover.
And that's what we'll do. Chief, you'll need to lead a squad to capture the South Boston military checkpoint, and then double back to secure Hyde Park before returning to HQ. Once you've done that, we can begin the assault on Quincy.
You can trust me with this. I'll get it done.
We know that. After all, you're our chief.
We've set up a command table that you can use to organize the troops.
While you're busy out in the field, we'll get everything ready here. Good luck, Chief.
Capture South Boston. Optional. Use the warplaner test to make assault on South Boston military checkpoints. Got another 3 month of prime and it's active. No pay. Yay. Okay. You may have to scroll down to find it too. It's usually towards the bottom when you're looking at that window pane. So let's go ahead. Pop over here. Where'd be a good spot to pop in at? Probably South Boston Police Department. So we got a little bit of something to do. So after we take these 2 spots, we'll end the stream. We will assault the gunner. We will assault Quincy next week. Do you want your toy again? Here. Let's turn on your toy. There you go. She's not buying. Yes, I know. Play with your toy. Oops, wrong button. Wonder who's assaulting over there. Uh-oh, I'm short on bullets. I may have to go switch to a different gun here. Is this an assault? Did you say? Capture South Boston military checkpoint. Yeah, it's an assault. Okay. Come on, give us enough people. Give us the drums. There we go. Dun 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 dun. We see you, Gazoo.
Who's there?
Ha 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 ha. Ow. Ow. Okay, so that was a bad idea. Feel like they brought plasma grenades or something. Well, it's keeping her attention. She's not interacting with it, but at least it's doing something. Oh. Oh, we better take care of him. Ah! I gotta do a better job of watching my health. This is a tough fight, man. I don't know if that actually helps me. Whoa! Switch to Chrome, got a code to sign in, just wanted to make sure it was my account. Scroll down to the very, very bottom of that pane. Because that Amazon Prime button is hard to find. And it's a checkbox, really. Do I have any grenades to throw? Can't tell. I got a nuke. No, I don't. Okay. Nope, I have no grenades to toss. Oh! Whoa. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Why are they all targeting me? Are DPS than the NPCs? Probably. Oops, wrong button. Hopefully the super mutants take care of those guys down there. Do I have any nukes? None. Dang. I can level up though. Thank you, Mojo. I will do that. Limited to you, I tried. I don't know if it's a bug or it's the time because what I've noticed is you have to wait for like the minute or the second. So say you subscribed a month ago at 9 o'clock. Then you have to wait till 9 o'clock to resub. So it depends. So you might still be able to resub by the end of the stream, but it's gonna get its ads out of you before it does so.
Huh? Got company.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
It's over. What just happened?
For now.
Sorry. Should have just run.
Some of the gunners are still engaged over there, it looks like. Ooh, there's another one. Alright, Progenitor W. If you're real, thank you for the follow. We've been having a lot of bots tonight, so I can't trust it. Say hello in the chat. Let us know. Did we get reinforcements? Looks like we might have. Oops, hello. Wow, really? Mess with all of us. Mess with the boy, you get the horns. That's gonna blow up. Look out! Back away from the truck! Back away from the truck! Or run forward away from the truck. Get out of there, you fool! That's gonna blow! Oh! I don't think she made it out in time. Yeah. Well, that's a raider. Whoops, hello. I'm flying.
Have it your way.
Yeah, me too.
That was nuts.
Did we win? We won! Yay! Alright, so the next step will be to do the other place. Capture South Boston military checkpoint. Once that updates, we'll go to the other place. So we'll know where it is. Because I've forgotten. I think I know where it is. I just don't know what it's called. There we go.
South Boston checkpoint is under our control. Leave behind a detachment of troops and proceed to Hyde Park. Over and out.
Did you follow and did you unfollow and follow again, Gazoo? Capture Hyde Park. There we go. We'll attack that. Well, we'll just walk down there. It'll be just as fast. Just skip the load screen. You look like one of my guys. Medical treatments. I do unfollow, see that if that would let me sub for free. Well, ironically, you don't actually need to follow in order to sub. I think if you were to sub, it would automatically mark you as follow. I think. Either way, I appreciate your efforts, Gazoo. There, now he's walking normal. Well, if nothing else, the toy is keeping the cat quiet. So we'll call it a win. Okay, so this is going to be the weird one. Where is the flag for Hyde Park? I don't think you are in charge of Hyde Park. Yeah, you're just a raider. Now, it might be that we're assaulting this against raiders. The fact that Kitty didn't just completely ignore after saying that. Whoa! It started me on, it was a win, yeah. We'll go ahead and do a quick save. I feel like I missed one from Mojo. Where's El Flago? Where's the raider that I can... Oops, there we go. They're all propped up, ready to go. Do. Here comes the drums. Quick build walls with Turks.
Got trouble.
Keep him off me! I'm gonna be sick.
Kill remaining defenders. Hello, remaining defenders.
Guess my good karma's paying off.
Uh-oh. Reinforcements en route. But from where? Well, what we should do is we should take up position. Get out of my way, people. That'll work. Come on. Here, gunner. Here, gunner.
Let's do this.
Oops.
What's that noise?
I'm gonna need to get bullets. The final fight's gonna... On your feet, soldier. Oh, we lost one. Uh-oh. Oh no, we've lost two. We're gonna flank them. Surprise! Ah, darn it. Fooey rats. Oh.
Here we go. That's Commonwealth justice for you.
Now we'll see if they come from the same direction. Now, they didn't call until I summoned them. So here, gunner. Oh, quick save. Good call. Here, gunner. Come out, gunner. Paging all gunners. Paging all gunners. Report to Hyde Park immediately. It's not working this time. They know we're onto them. They're looping around to come at us from a different angle. Or not. Whoa! Ouch! Ow, ow. Right in the face.
Something's out there. Get out!
Ah!
Where'd you go?
We'll back up over here because they could spawn. Let's see. Just in case they don't, I'm gonna hide around the corner here. Whoa, one's cloaked.
What's that noise?
Is that it? Did I get nope? I don't think that was reinforcements. I think we accidentally drew them in from the school. At least they're setting a good pace. I know, right? It's glorious.
Huh?
Uh-oh. Ow. For grills, good. I can't heal you no more? Oh, darn it. Okay. Well, ladies and gents, I think that ends tonight's bloodbath. We will finish, or make a concerted effort to finish Sim Settlements 2 Chapter 3 next Monday. But
Hyde Park secured. We can monitor the strike team and receive live reports on their progress. Return to headquarters. It's time to take Quincy.
all right. And 88, sweet. We'll go ahead and run back here really quick. And then do a save. So, as mentioned previously, Wednesday we will be starting Starfield. Woo. Starfield for science. Tomorrow night will be either... I don't know what tomorrow's going to be. So I don't know if my Tuesday night group is meeting tomorrow. If they are, then it's going to be Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga. If it is not, or if we're not, then I'm not sure what I want to play. So I don't want to cheat y'all out of tuning in next Monday to see that I've already finished Chapter 3. So I'll have to decide on that one. So, until whatever I play tomorrow night, thank you all for joining. Thank you all for watching, keeping me company on the chat. And fair winds and fun gaming. Bye-bye. Oh, enjoy Fallout 4 with Sim Settlements 2.